Hey everyone, it's Desy Cheng, and these right here are 3 of Aer's sling bags. I do have the Street Sling right here, I have the City Sling 3, as well as the Day Sling 3.
And so I'll be comparing all 3 of these, do a side-by-side comparison, and I'll kind of show you what it fits and what it doesn't fit based on some everyday items such as a small camera, like a Fujifilm X106, Nintendo Switch, power bank, sunglasses, things like that. Anyways, let's get started. So let's first actually talk about the Aer City Sling 3. This thing is the smallest one at 2 liters, and it is also the newest one, which kind of came out a little bit in spring 2025. This 1680D Cordura fabric one retails for about 130 Canadian dollars. Then it jumps up to 170 Canadian dollars for the X-Pack fabric, and then $190 for the Ultra fabric. But first, let's kind of do a 360 of the bag, just so I can kind of show you what this bag looks like, and then we'll talk about all of the pockets and zippers and features and all that, and then I'll show you what it fits afterwards. So looking at the front, you do have these 2 zippers which kind of open from either side, and it's got that waterproof kind of zipper, and it does have a medium-sized key leash. It's not too short, but it's also not too long. I preferred if it was a little bit longer though, but yeah, that's essentially it. There's no other internal organizations into this front stash pocket, so if you did have keys in there, it's also not a good spot for you to put sunglasses, because your sunglasses would get scratched by the keys, or even actually this key leash. So really just maybe granola bars or things like that. And then when we zip that up, on the top there is a very, very nice and thick and beefy top grab handle, which I really do appreciate and like. And when you do open up that main compartment, it is, pretty spacious. You got 2 kind of stretchy stash pockets on the front side, and then when you are looking at this side, you do have one kind of larger stretchy stash pocket and more of a medium size on this other side. And then there is a zippered pocket, so if you had like cash or valuables you wanted to keep tucked away there, then that's a good spot for that. And then you do have a slide pocket. It's kind of padded, but not really. And you can put like more other thinner items in the back. Other than that, you just have this kind of one big kind of open space, which is very nice. Now, when you are looking to the back side, the back side is very nice. It's got this kind of cushioned material, so it's good. It feels very, very nice on your body, and it does have a zippered stash pocket at the back. Great for valuables, passport, things like that when you are traveling. And when we are looking at the strap doesn't feel cheap. It's kind of like that seatbelt type of material, and it does have one little quick release buckle on both sides. It has that kind of quick release buckle, so you can take off the buckle, you can flip it around in case you wanted the adjuster buckle to be on one side or the other side, and it does have this kind of like little finger strap on this one side. But yeah, that's essentially it for this 2-liter Aer City Sling 3. Now let's do a pack out to show you what fits inside. Okay, so now let's quickly just open this bag up to show you what I have inside. So inside the front main compartment, I was actually able to fit my Nintendo Switch with the Joy-Con controllers detached, and also my wallet, and also some AirPods right in there, and also do have a phone charging cable. So all of that fits nicely in there. There's not too much room for anything else, so there's no room for sunglasses or anything like that, but I still have my granola bar and my keys in here. So if you did take out the Nintendo Switch though, you can fit a Fujifilm X106 with the lens hood off, and it will fit, but it's not the ideal thing just because your lens does press up against the side of the bag. Next up, we have the Aer Street Sling. This is a little bit bigger, at 2.4 liters in size, but it's a little bit cheaper. It's $100 for the Cordura one, and then this X-Pack version is 130 Canadian dollars, and then the Ultra Fabric one is 145 Canadian dollars. So yeah, cheaper, but bigger. So let's kind of show you everything about this bag. So I'll do a quick little 360. The strap is noticeably thinner and less comfy. Same type of material, but yeah, just because it's thinner, it's not going to be as good. However, the straps are detachable via these kind of gatekeeper things, so you can kind of take it off. It's got a Similar top grab handle as the Street Sling 3, which I do like. And then on this front side right here, you do have this kind of fidlock magnetic kind of buckle, which you kind of open up. And here it does have a short kind of key leash, and so you can just kind of throw your keys in there. But and this front part is a little bit padded, which is definitely nice. When we are looking at the back of the bag though, it does have a sleeve at the back. I did wish that there was either a zipper or some kind of magnetic clasp clasp, just because if you were traveling around and let's say you want to throw your passport in there, it's not the safest, just because some guy could just quickly just grab that and go. But in terms of the main compartment, there are 2 zippers, and again, these zipper pulls are pretty much the same ones as the Street Sling 3, which I just talked about. And when you are looking on the inside, it does have this kind of large, stretchy kind of stash pocket at the back for thinner items. And then on the front side, you do have this another stash pocket, and then you have a smaller and a more of a medium stash pocket. And then you just have kind of one big open space. Now let's see what we can kind of fit in this bag. Okay, so now I have this bag absolutely loaded with actually more stuff that I can fit into the Street Sling bag, but let me just kind of show you what I got. So in this front main compartment, I do have my keys in there, and I also have a granola bar. Pretty much the same thing as I put into the front of the Street Sling. And then when we are looking at the back, I do have a passport, which is right at the back there. And then when we are looking in the main compartment, so in this main compartment, I can fit more stuff in this bag than I can in the Street Sling, just because it is a little bit larger. However, it's kind of less organized because things are kind of at the bottom of the bag and I kind of have to dig around for it. But there's in front stash pocket, I have an iPhone, I have my power bank, and then in this front stash pocket, I have my AirPods, I got a power cable, and then I have my wallet, and then I got my 2 Joy-Con controllers, and then at the very back right here, I do have my Nintendo Switch version 1. So yes, there you have it. That is what everything fits into this Street Sling. Oh yes, and assuming that you take everything else out, this does fit a Fujifilm X100 with the lens hood attached, so this could be a great little bag for that. And lastly, we do have the Aer Day Sling 3. This is actually the oldest bag out of the 3 of them. This one actually came out, I think, in sometime in 2022, so it's like 3 years old. But yeah, let's kind of dive through some of these things. So the first thing is you notice that the zipper pulls are different. It's got this one kind of big chunky piece, and the edges are kind of a little bit sharper-ish kind of thing. But definitely the newer bags have better zipper pulls. They just feel a little bit better. But anyways, when you do open this one up, there's just one single zipper, and then in this front stash pocket, same thing. You just kind of have a short-ish kind of key leash, and just kind of one big space. And then when we are looking at the main compartment, the main compartment has 2 zippers which kind of open it up, and this one opens up nice and wide, really big, and kind of similar to the Street Sling. It does have 2 kind of stretchy stash pockets right there. It's got 2 kind of larger stash pockets back here, a zippered pocket, and then also one sleeve at the back. But as you can tell, this is definitely bigger because this one is, 3 liters in size. Oh yeah, in terms of cost, this thing retails for $115 Canadian for the Cordura version. This X-Pack one is 155 Canadian dollars, and then the Ultra Fabric is 175 Canadian dollars. But also, when you are looking at the back, it does also have this kind of top grab handle, which I actually don't like just because it's just a very cheap piece of fabric. So definitely the top grab handles on the newer bags are better, and it does also have a rear zipper compartment, which is good. However, I just found it a little bit shallower. I just wish that zipper was just a little bit higher. And then when we are looking at the strap itself, I do notice that the strap is made out of a cheaper material, so it's not that same seat belt type of material, and there is actually only one fidlock buckle on this one side, so you always have to kind of open it on this one side, whereas the new bags you can kind of unbuckle it on either side. Okay, so now let's do a pack out to show you everything that I have inside this bag. So in that front compartment, I still have the same thing. I have a granola bar as well as my keys. Now there's definitely more room in this front stash compartment, so I probably could fit maybe 3 different granola bars in there. And then when we are looking at the back compartment, there is this same little pocket for my passport. And when we are looking in the main compartment, I can fit pretty much everything that I fit into the Aer Street Sling, but in addition, I was able to fit my sunglasses just kind of resting at the top right there. And also the back pocket, I was able to fit the Nintendo Switch, but I had to take off one of the Joy-Con controllers, but I did have to, I put the Joy-Con controller in here. I got my AirPods in there. I have my my iPhone as well as power bank there, and also my wallet there. So yeah, so there's definitely more room in this Aer Day Sling 3. And now let's see if the Fujifilm X106 can fit in. So this is pretty cool, but I was able to fit my Fujifilm X106 with the lens hood attached and my wallet, as well as my Nintendo Switch in here. So if you were big on electronics and you wanted to carry around a Nintendo Switch with a camera like the Fujifilm X106, then this might be the bag for you.
So let's wrap this video up. You're wondering which of these Aer Sling bags is gonna be right for you. Well, this all comes down to personal preference. You know, whatever I may want is gonna be different than your needs. But me personally, I do like the City Sling 3 because it is the newest one. It just has those upgraded small little touches and features here and there. So I really like the City Sling 3. However, if you are looking for something a little bit larger, then definitely look into the Day Sling 3, which is a little bit older. But because it's at least like 2-3 years old now, there probably will be coming out with an updated version probably in the next year or two. And then the Street Sling right here, it's pretty good. It's fantastic. I do like it. However, I mean, it's just a little bit different because, you know, it is top down, and so your smaller items will kind of be at the bottom of the bag, and so you kind of fish for things. So probably not the greatest kind of bag for me, but everyone's different. Anyways, I hope you did like this comparison review of these 3 bags. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.